Alright guys, I'm back and with medium settings. Woo! Alright, let's get this started. My second game versus QXC. Right in a row. I saw it in the loading screen and it was funny. One of my friends was actually watching me play. He was sitting right next to me. And he was like, "Alright man, let's go. You got this. If you beat him this time, let's go. You're in the next level of players. You're gonna be great." I'm like, "Alright, thanks man." Getting a little too intense maybe. But it was funny. And actually, what I was thinking, I wasn't like, "Oh, here we go again." I was excited. I wanted to beat him this time. So I saw this as an opportunity to win. And oh my gosh, this is the first time I've seen medium settings in like 2 months because I've been playing on low, and it just looks so good right now. But we're going to be seeing that this is on Steps of War. Definitely not a favorable map for Zerg. Really close aggression distance for the Terran. Things like bunker rushes, stuff like that, which we actually will see. He will throw down those two bunkers at the bottom of my base and bottom of my ramp, excuse me. And also stuff like Hellion Harass, which will be able to get to your base really quickly. Uh, Vikings that can scout around the map really easily, and just a lot of tight spaces where um, a good choke by a Terran will just be able to dominate your force. So definitely not a great map for Zerg against Terran, but I try to make do. So I don't I don't remember what I was thinking. I think I wanted to Baneling bust him this game, just because I played him last game and I played conservatively. So I thought my thought process was he wasn't going to be expecting something like this. But I think after that I might have chickened out. I don't quite remember. No, I think no. Oh, okay, yeah. But then I decided, you know what? I want to play standard here. I want to play like I actually would play if this were a serious match. So I do throw down the hatchery, but I'm still debating to myself whether doing things like Baneling busts or nine pools, things like that, is viable to do if it's in a serious match because it would throw off your opponent, or because you could play it well, or you should just stick to standard gameplay and just try to beat them in a solid way. But yeah, I was debating against that, and I decided, so I'm just gonna throw down the 14 hatch. Uh, 15-15, I believe this was. So feeling pretty good at this point. And I noticed his scout is kind of late, so that kind of worries me a little bit. I'm scouting in here. I think I did pick off an SCV, and then I let this one die, but that's all right because I saw what I needed to see. I saw two barracks, and I knew he was gonna bunker push me or something like that. I see his SCV down here, and I should have just canceled it. I don't know why I let this get up. Um, at least I think I do let it get up if I remember correctly. Yeah, I am. Oh, no, I cancel it. Okay. Yeah, so that was a little bit of a heads up play by me. I wanted to cancel that because if I let it get up, he obviously was going to destroy it. There's nothing I would have been able to do. It's going to go to production tab. And, yeah, meanwhile, at his base, he's doing nothing except just pumping out Marines. He's going to try and pick off this Overlord. I don't think he gets it, but that's a nice heads up play by him as well. Um, Very smart. Only starts to build one and then finishes the other. And in this way, he can make a wall while actually building a whole bunker. Definitely smart. And at this point, I can either go roaches or I can go for banelings and try to bust through and try to be really aggressive as his front. And you can see that I am throwing down the baneling nest. Um, I'm gonna be trying to do that. So I already am getting metabolic boost. My queen just popped. I should be. Oh god, this is another little bit, a tiny bit of nervousness. I said to myself I need to throw down a spine crawler, then a creep tumor, and then move it up. But I actually accidentally injected the larva out of habit. So this spine crawler moving up is going to be delayed a bit. And whenever the the Terran player is doing something like this, he's cutting you off from building an expansion. He's making a lot of Marines. It's not all of the Marines you have to worry about. It's what he's going to switch tech into. Is it going to be Banshees? Is it going to be Tank? Is it going to be Mass Hellion? Because that's what's going to seal the deal of the game or not. and we can see that he's actually throwing down another barracks. So he's going to be making a lot of Marines and Marauders this game, or early in the game anyway, I should say. And right now you can see I just have a ton of Zerglings. I think I have the appropriate amount for the amount of Marines he has at this point. And keep in mind, I do want to try to get into his base with a counterattack. And he actually scans, and is he able to see? I don't know if he saw all of my Zerglings, so I don't know how many he saw. And he's actually throwing down a factory just now. Very smart play for him not to rush that factory. And as you notice, I do throw down another hatchery, and this is because I can't get one over here, which does allow me to get a lot of drones, so I will use this one over here to get the saturation that I need, as well as any other extra Zerglings, any extra units that I will need, because I'm not able to get as many larvae as I normally am. And actually, Damaga does this sometimes in Protoss versus Zerg. He'll get a second hatchery in his base before even expanding, just in case the Protoss throws down those 2 pylons outside of his base and does a cannon push, which is becoming ever so more popular. And right away, QXC salvages these bunkers and just runs away. And I think to myself, okay, free Marines, and I go gobble these up. And so right now, QXC sees the amount of Zerglings that I have, and very, very smartly, he throws up another barracks and a bunker to defend, and you can see he's spreading out his Marines. Like I said, he has very good Marine control. I was very surprised, and I'm throwing up a good amount of Banelings right now. Let's see, I have 14 Banelings. Bust through this right away, and then I actually get into his base. I get rid of a good amount of Marines. Actually, I think I wasted too many on this. Oh, if I could have gotten it surrounded, it would have been so nice. And I just go right for it right here, and he has his tank comes out, and I don't want to get rid of that. So I get that, and I back away. I want to try and, while running around, I want to try and make 2 Banelings to kind of sneak them in. And as you'll see, I actually, I wasn't able to because he was following me too closely. But then you just see me run over here, run back, and actually, what I did is I made 2 Banelings over here in the dark where he could not see it, so that later I could use them. In the meanwhile, I was pumping more Zerglings to try to get into his base and harass them more, but I realized that I needed to stop. Oh my gosh, I didn't even know that I actually used all of those, lost all of those, but I actually missed it, so I'm gonna show you guys again. Meanwhile, oh, I still missed it, did I? Did I? What's going on? Alright, honestly, what's going on? Oh, okay. I'll just fast forward, because apparently I'm terrible with this whole button thing. But while my Zerglings were up over there, I went for his mineral line. Actually, how many did I get? Let's see. I think he started at 22, and then he's gonna drop pretty soon here. There we go, faster. Oh wow, I actually got 8 SCVs with that one hit. So actually, I'm ahead of him now in drone count, which is pretty huge considering he cut me off from an expansion early in the game. But then again, he does have those mules to supplement that loss. And right away, very smartly, very, very smartly, he's going for a drop, putting the pressure on me now because he knows that I'm probably going to be droning up to try to catch up with him or keep my lead. And I'm just taking a lair. I don't really feel comfortable to expand right now because I'm still using my minerals to produce drones myself, and I see a little dot come over here. Pretty soon here, I do see a little red dot, and then I'm going to be able to stop this. Oh, where is it? I'm gonna be able to stop this drop just by being right on top of his Marines before he can drop them. So any second now, he's actually gonna drop those. And meanwhile, back at his base, you see that he's just making a ton of Marines and tanks, still only on 1 base. And actually, he is floating this over to, I assume, this expansion. I actually haven't watched this replay since I played him, so I'm not sure about everything that happened in the game. Um, but as you see, I did expand myself. I am trying to get Hydralisk because I don't want to have to. Well, I don't want to pump out Mutalisks. That's for sure. With all the number of with all the number of Marines he has right now. Excuse me, my brain apparently died. With all the number of Marines he has right now, I don't want to throw down a Spire and get Mutas. That simply wouldn't work. We saw that last game. He made too many Marines that I could handle, and my Mutalisks were made ineffective. So my thought process was, well, if I don't get a Spire, then I won't have any anti-air, and I'm gonna have to get some kind of anti-air in case he gets Vikings to harass, in case he gets Banshees, or if he gets too many Medivacs that I need to get rid of. So I go for the Hydralisks, which also have great DPS in the first place, and if microed well enough, they can take out mech. So I went for that. And to supplement them and to take some damage, I'm going to get roaches later on, as you will see. But this Viking play, once again, as soon as he gets that starport out, what he makes first is a Viking to scout around, pick off Overlords. Like I said, if you're Terran and watching this, definitely good play. But I actually pick off this Viking barely. I do have that range out, I believe. Yeah, which was had allowed me to get that. And it looks like he's going a little bit overshooting his destination, but he will land that shortly. And now moving out. Ah, gosh, QXC just so smart with his play. It almost angered me how smart he was using all the barracks he just made to block his wall off. This really is what separates the the 2100 players from players who are going to be 2600 or above, or going to always be in the first in their division. This is really what separates the boys from the men. And great positioning on these tanks, one for back here and one for right up front. And now he's going to be saturating this definitely, and I think I've got my Roach Warren out soon. No, soon I will be getting that Roach Warren out. And just being really smart with the drops, I did deny it over here, and so he saw a Stray Overlord. He's like, alright, well, I'll just pick that off. And I will just be pumping out more Banelings and Hydralisks. Really, I need to put some kind of aggression or some kind of pressure on him, because anytime you leave a Terran alone to build up whatever they want, there's really no way you can win when they have the perfect army that they want after you've let them build up. And I don't even know about this, which is another blunder. So at this point, the game could go either way if he were to